Hello everybody, Princess Randomness here, and we are going to continue playing Riddle School. We're going to play Riddle School 4. Anyway, let's begin. They improved a lot on their art style, which looks really cool. Oh, it's Riddle University now, so I'm guessing college? Alright, I'm gonna head out. Sorry. Alright, let's go. Accessing, analyzing the map system. What? Analyzing, process complete. Riddle School 4. That was kind of weird, but at the same time cool. Undefined. Alright, well, I'm gonna do this. There we go. It's bugging me a little bit. But Phil. What? Huh? What the? Oh, God. Phil's teacher, Mr. Munch, was the original architect of Riddle University. The school was built above a long pit of lava that he himself dug near an active underwater volcano. His plan to murder Phil Eggtree to forever rid him of the world succeeded. The fuck? And no one cared. What? That's fucked up. Every other student of Riddle University eventually died from car wrecks, old age, and unforeseen disasters. Each one, on their deathbed, whispered their final wish. Please don't let there be any more Riddle School games. Did you never regrets your time? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Where's my cursor? What? Jump, bro, that's all down, bro. Okay. With King Luigi. Prizzle. Alright. Just as every book has a start, a finish, a series must have a beginning and an end. I deliberately sucked all the room for another sequel out of this series, so that's it too. Man. Strong, bro. There's still more games. That's it? You also unlock real fun facts, special features now available in the main menu. What the fuck? Special features? Happen to all the characters? What? Again? Good intro. Give it. You fucking kidding me? Can I skip this? Ugh. Come on. Skip. Okay, I'm gonna download the other Riddle School so that way you guys actually have some content. Sorry, that sucked ass. Pull up that one. Alright, nope. Okay. Back to main menu. Do real fun facts. Time to make like 2 days. Library items, holy shit. Alright, let's look at special features. What happened to all the characters? Fred, gender, male, favorite thing, doing nothing, least favorite thing, doing something. Fred didn't really like school, but he thought it was wise to stay in school anyway to make the best grades he could while not doing very much. He grew up and took many effortless occupations such as music, conductor, substitute teacher, and abstract artist. One day, he fell asleep face first in a vat of paint. You can guess what happened. Oh. Smiley, gender, female. Favorite thing, education. Least favorite thing, distractions. Smiley had a legitimately good life. She grew up with perfect hundreds in every one of her classes. She had a long-lasting career in biomedical sciences. She got married to the perfect man who just happened to have a smiley face for a head just like her. They spent the rest of their days together living happily in a tree house in a beautiful forest. Alright. Zach. Male, anything not cold, freezing into ice. Zach was so determined to not be cold anymore that he bought plane tickets to the tropics midway into his first year of college. Right above a volcanic island, the plane ran into a bad bit of turbulence and Zach ended up crashing through a window. He fell into an erupting volcano and throws to death. How? Alright. Richie, gender, male, favorite thing, collecting, least favorite thing, getting stuck. Richie dropped out of high school wishing he hadn't paid so much attention to collecting stuff. He was mugged in a dark alleyway and woke up trapped in a smelly dumpster. No one ever found him. Ew. 5, gender, male, favorite thing, designing shirts, least favorite thing, being unjustly sued. 5 sold t-shirts online for a living, and his talent was eventually realized by a big graphic design company. He made the mistake of asking for a slightly large sum of money, and the company ripped him off and sued him. 5 but put in jail for the next 5 years. And not once for the rest of his life did he have enough money to see them back. 808, Ginger Mail, favorite thing, dusting, least favorite thing, idiots. Five's dad, he insisted on being the janitor at Riddle Elementary School because he loved to clean so much until his son was unfairly sued by a big t-shirt designing company. He realized he would need a better paying job and ended up being a garbage boy in France. He was having so much fun that he forgot his son existed. Janitor in Riddle School 2, male, favorite thing, criticizing, least favorite thing, cheese pencils. The janitor was locked in his own closet in Riddle Middle School. One day, not long before the school closed down and was replaced with a new one, he ate his mop, drank his dirty mop water, and nibbled on his hat as he was stuck in the darkness of his closet. The last sound he ever heard was the sound of wrecking walls smashing walls. Janitor in Riddle School 3 is janitor in Riddle School 3. He claimed he could hear a pipe problem from a mile away, and that's a true fact. His uncanny ability to hear toilet clogs earned him a television show reputation as the perfect-eared plumber. The show was cancelled after 2 years because it was realized nobody had ears. Furious, the janitor left off bright. What? Mr. Kim was never a really smart person. After the first Riddle School game, he learned about how to do a small percentage of drinkable water on the planet there was. Wait. What does he just say? Never drink anything again at the end. Miss Kofi was never a very smart person. She told Mr. Com that nearly all of the world's water was drinkable, but then she realized she only drank coffee. Wasn't really sure how much straight up water was drinkable. So she went to the beach because there was lots of water in the ocean and drank as much as she possibly could at the end. Miss Green only drank 99 cups of coffee. Of the 100 cups, she died of caffeine overdose. Teacher in Riddle School 1, this teacher only screamed at the school students so loudly that the walls of the room she was in collapsed around her. Nobody knew what to put her tombstone because nobody knew her name. Mr. Oboe was ready to sit down one night at the school, play by knights and horses. He was told before the show to hold a sword, which was one of those props. It wasn't a real sword, but ironically he still died from it because the sword was made of allergy medicine. Mr. Oboe was horribly allergic to that. What? Greg Sleep was asleep for 18 of first 20 years of his life. One day he woke up and realized how much he had aged, and after panicking he decided to move on. He got a driver's license, was on his way to the grocery store, and had a fatal wreck sleeping at the wheel. Miss Sleep. She once got married and had a son named Greg. Eventually she died sleepwalking off a cliff. Oh, so that's the son. Alright. Mr. Sum was a math teacher for his entire life. He was gardening on the roof of a building and was suddenly mugged by a bear who ate him 30 minutes later. What? Mr. Sogley simply couldn't find his glasses, so he was on his way to get new glasses. Got in a fatal car wreck because he couldn't see. Mr. Reed was reading a comic book in Riddle School High library. He was reading the words, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me," when he got a nasty paper cut and lost every inch of blood in his body. Miss Flaskin ended up flying a shirt and discovered there's no air in space. Miss Count. Monkey hater Miss Count was bored at her home and decided to look for games on the internet. She found one called Riddle School 3, which she proceeded to beat twice in a row. Not long after, she was put in an insane asylum, whispering wildly about something about a monkey doll curse. Miss Oddverb was very tired of people taking one look at her and was thinking she was a guy, so she went berserk and set fire to a shoe store and stole a small boat and sailed away from civilization, never to be seen again. Miss Moose's? Miss Moose's was at a bank, and bank robbery suddenly took place. The robber told her to get down on the ground. She said the ground was awfully dirty and wouldn't be good for her new dress. She was shot multiple times and her dress was ruined. Mr. I can't pronounce that. Former principal of Riddle Elementary School was put in prison for life because he physically beat his student's head in. Oh God. Mister. A counselor of Riddle Middle School was robbed of all his possessions unexpectedly several weeks after the event. Mr. noticed he didn't have a house. He died of starvation right after that because he also apparently didn't know he had no food. Mr. Potato discovered the magic of video games right before Riddle School 3. He did nothing but play video games. Long after Riddle School 3, he died happily right after beating a game called Riddle School 3, 6 feet under. He's still holding his favorite video game controller. Joe didn't make it to college. His grades were terrible. He thought to himself, I wonder what gasoline tastes like. His will stated that he wanted to be cremated after his death. What his friends didn't know is that his stomach was still full of gasoline and it mixed too well with fire. Diz, supposedly a foreign exchange student, Diz popped up into Riddle University a single time, and after that it was completely disappeared from existence. Chub Munch. Chub started eating right after Riddle School 4 for the rest of his life simply because he got so big his cheeks covered up too much of his mouth for him to eat anything else. He lived an entire century after he stopped eating because of his metabolism. It rumored the most devastating earthquakes were caused by Chub struggling to move. Miss Munch loved to serve food, but she felt like she served her son Chub too much. When she didn't know what to do, she discovered her internal struggle with her husband, Mr. Munch, and said she should just give all of Chub's food to him. She soon realized she had a terrible husband and divorced him, treating her son more than ever. Mr. Munch, devastated by his wife's decision to divorce, started devising a plan to take the life of every one of her friends and acquaintances. He realized he didn't know much about his former wife, as he thought he did, and the only person he could remember her talking to is a kid named Phil Eggetree. He killed Phil and later died of overeating. Phil Eggetree went to college because he figured it had better elementary, middle, and high school. Went to a newly built rural university because it was local and cheap. He didn't have any particular plans for the rest of his life, so it wouldn't matter what classes he took. At first, he thought Riddle School was just like the other three escape rooms. When he considered trying to make a fourth escape, he found out it was completely different. Okay. Let's get to the other game now. After all, there wasn't anything really in those games. Well, in that game, I should say. Come on, let's go to Riddle School 5. Ooh, there's stars. Sorry, I need to take a drink. My throat's getting a little dry. A little more of my mouth. Right. It's really good for the art, though. I like it. I like the art. Let's play the game. Well, everyone, it seems soon our dreams will become reality. Just all of our prisoners' realities have become dreams. What? We all know our new prisoners were taken from Riddle Elementary School. Enlighten our listeners as to the reason why we're here already. I was getting to that part, Viz. This meeting is primarily to discuss the human subjects and their new dreams. Their behavior, after all, is why and how we are going through with our plan. Yes, because evildoers deserve nothing more than a taste of their own evil. What? This is Fred. Fred Mail. We can read the caption next to the corner Diz. Oh, enlightening everyone just like you said. Fred, in his dreams, does as close to nothing as he can manage. One of the prisoners we have, he seems to be the least useful right now. Smiley smiles constantly within her dreams. We've tried to find intent flaw in her ways, not yet to no avail. If one human is pruned to be scum, the rest are no cleaner. Race is nothing but a cover for her ugly desires. Zach here was shivering long before he was abducted from that school. It seems impossible that he would be ongoingly chilly. There is a chance that by looking into his unusual condition, we could power the weapon capable of freezing that pathetic planet Earth. I could have sworn that I was the one telling the presentation. And here we have the reason for our master plan. We have not witnessed firsthand Phil escaping from his own school. Earth would not have become our first target of destruction. We can get into his brain, but what matters most is that we try to get out of it. Knowing the enemy is the best way to defeat them. Diz, I can't remember what the plan is exactly. Quiz, you're completely useless. Well, I can clarify. With the knowledge we received from these 3 dream captives, his plan we completely freeze their homeward planet Earth. This procedure will be repeated to other wrongdoing planets. I have one more question. Go ahead, Quiz. When you were talking just a second ago, you said from the knowledge we received from these 3 dream captives. Didn't you mean to say 4? Of course, just a slip of the tongue. Hey, why isn't the transmitter turned off? What if one of our subjects hears? Sorry, didn't know it was on. It'll turn off in a second. What? John represents. Oh, wait, so we're still, like, little kid. Huh. A Newgrounds game. Riddle School 5. If it wasn't screwed to the wall, I could move this color. Ooh, coin. And mistake this for a quarter if it wasn't for the monster picture on it. This bed puts the fine back in solitary confinement. Oh, there's screws on the bottom I didn't know. Oh. A screw right there. Cool. Alright, nope. I don't think I can open this door. It's barrel and has no doorknob. That probably means it's remote activated from the other side. Okay. I've decided that I do not want to do that ever again. There's a button on the stuck statue thing, but it doesn't seem to do anything. I would not be presumptuous to assume that card key scanner controls the door. Oh, I got one. Oh, another one. Oh, got another one, and... Oh, I did it. Oh, thing. Whoa, out of sight, out of mind. Oh, I'm invisible. Oh, smiley. Oh. Don't touch. I really thought there was a better way to read my thumbs. Why did the mute cat cross the street? cat across the street? I don't know. I didn't say. 3 words end with the same letters, but they all sound different. I'll have to think of a minutely funny pun about that for a minute. I got a flower. This plant's not immediately dying, so I'll take it. I could have a plant. Keep. No, your moose. Picture of a flying pizza and a sports panic alien child? I can't even think of anything to say about that. I think I'll swipe this card so I can escape. Card, key scanners. Go here? Oh, sweet. Oh, wait, this is my fault.